the lives of, I don't know, Palestinians in Gaza right now? Maybe that's where we put our hearts and our energy. And
like, think about the fucking cheers, man. Care. I will start off with this one. This is a funny thing. Before we get to like straight piping news coverage, the Weather Channel apologized to StopAntisemitism.com. Okay? Or StopAntisemitism.org. Stop Antisemitism was like, why is the Weather Channel sharing ads featuring a keffiyeh, a symbol of now associated with violence against Jews, post 10/7? The Weather Company and its consumer brand, the Weather Channel, are widely recognized for our integrity and the trust we have with the public. We deeply apologize to anyone we offended throughout the inadvertent selection of an image in our recent ad campaign. We certainly don't support or condone any form of anti-Semitism. We immediately removed the ad upon recognizing our mistake. This is the only minor victory that like ultra Zionist accounts can get, is just like ritualistically bullying people that don't understand the situation at all, and they just like they literally don't get it, so they're just like, oh, I don't know, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, the boss call came in. I reached out to Byron Allen, who owns the Weather Channel. He said this is an ad for the Weather Channel app, which is owned by the Weather Company, a different company, which is owned by Francisco Partners. The CEO of TWC is Shari Bockstein. I don't know her, but you should reach out to her. Extremely deceptive branding. Thank you for the effort and info. Like, why is Bill Smoke Crackman fucking worried about this shit, dude? These freaks, you got nothing better to do with your time? Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. You got a guy who is the CEO of Pershing Square working on this low level of propaganda. It's over. It's done. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? It is fucking done. There is nothing more done than this. This is the last bastion of a dying movement that is failing to reckon with how much the public sentiment has turned on an apartheid regime currently conducting a genocide and simultaneously doing multiple front wars. It's over. You cannot get back from this. You can go and be like, a keffiyeh? That's anti-Semitism. All day, every fucking day. That's a motherfucking CEO, dude. October 8th, he was like, we are going to line up anti-Zionists, Jewish, Muslim alike, and fucking dome them in the back of the head for ever daring to say free Palestine. A year later, he's like, oh, I saw a keffiyeh. We have to do something about it. I'm telling you right now, dude, the attitude shift is dramatic. Okay? It is insane. The longer Israel continues this shit, the more people go, oh, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm so done. Never to return. Okay? They can suck my dick. They can cry about this like low-level shit and get like minor cultural victories here and there. Now, the thing is, will this actually, alter American State Department policy in the short term? Probably not. Probably not. But that's neither here nor there. They care more about this kind of propaganda because this kind of propaganda is generational. When you have a generational attitude shift this dramatically over the course of 12 months, you cannot return from that. That's going to take years and years and years of social conditioning to recover from. Okay? That's it. Like, good luck with this, dude. You charlatans. Good luck. Yeah, you got triggered by a fucking ad because someone was wearing a fucking keffiyeh that you can kind of see. Yeah. It becomes a part of the generation trauma Palestinians have experienced for years. Yeah. I know the Weather Channel replied to it and took the ad down or whatever. Who gives a shit? My point is, it's fucking done, okay? Now, will the American government respond to public pressure? Probably not, especially because this is foreign policy. But every day that goes by when Israel's up to its fucking ridiculous and bloody warfare and genocide and maintenance of the apartheid, every day that passes, there are less people that are inclined to defend it. That's it. I mean, the modern Democratic Party is ass cheeks in general, and we'll talk about that quite a bit today. Right? It's funny because the model is legitimately using it as a piece of clothing to be armed. Is it clearly a photo in autumn? Yeah. Andrew Garfield talked about Gaza.
Oh,
my
man,
king.
I don't know. I'm pretty, you know what? Like, out of everyone in the world, I'm so happy. Like, we should be putting our energy towards something that actually matters.
What could be more important than that right now?
Yeah, maybe the lives of, I don't know, Palestinians in Gaza right now. Maybe that's where we put our hearts and our energy.
Bro, you got, listen. Like, think about the fucking cheers, man. I've been pro-Palestinian emancipation for a decade. There are very few crowds, unless you are literally in fucking Dearborn, Michigan 10 years ago, when you say this and you get this many cheers. Okay? Like, a decade ago, you say this, people will be like, is that Pakistan? Did you just say Pakistan wrong? Like, what do you mean Palestine? Palestinian? What the fuck is that? Okay? This is also at 92NY, which is especially shocking. It's not shocking. It's not shocking when you recognize how many people actually have this position. You know? That's it. That's it, dude. It's Jover. It's fucking Jover. Don't listen to mainstream media on this issue. There are a million fucking polls that demonstrate the reality on the fucking ground. People recognize it. They see right from wrong. They know what the fuck is going on. But every single motherfucker in front of a goddamn camera on television, every single goddamn editor is presenting a completely false narrative. It's just they are trying to continue the decades-long propaganda initiative to condition you into believing a false narrative. It is not true. And that's why, in spite of the mainstream narratives on this matter, there's still plenty of polling that is readily available to show you that, like, nah, it's not that complex. It's just kind of fucked up, actually. It doesn't seem very complex to me at all. Kamala realizing too late to break from Biden. Harris weighs more breaks with Biden as he keeps injecting himself into the campaign. Oh, man. Beyond the important A-list actor publicly declaring solidarity with Gaza, it's significant that Garfield said this at 92NY, a prominent New York City cultural institution that has raised money for the IDF, hosted Kissinger, and fired pro-Palestinian employees.
But I want to help you.
You guys know, fun fact, I once balled with Andrew Garfield. It's not a fucking big deal. You know, I'm going to have a LeBron moment and be like, yeah, I could have told, I knew he had it in him. You know, when I balled with him, I was like, one day, Andrew, you're going to do the right thing. You're going to do the right thing, you know? Yeah, I balled with him in the WeHo courts one time many, many years ago. I think Will was there too. So for the record, I'm joking when I say I'm pulling a LeBron thing. I'm not saying that I'm taking credit for this. I'm just joking.
You, buddy. What do you want?
What
can this
Josh?
500 people collectively clap our hands and make happen for you?
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm pretty, you know what? Like, out of everyone in the world, I'm so happy. Like, we should be putting our energy towards something that actually matters.
What could be more important than that right now?
Yeah, maybe the lives of, I don't know, Palestinians in Gaza right now. Maybe that's where we put our hearts and our energy, and anyone suffering, anyone oppressed, anyone that is suffering under the weight of the horrors of our world right now, anyone who doesn't have a choice in living lives of dignity. That's where our energy should be going right now.
Is there?
My goat. That's beautiful. By the way, I had a breakthrough with my Zionist mom. I was talking to her about 10-7 and recounted past year. She Realized that the rising anti-Semitism and the fact that Netanyahu saying they were doing it for the Jews made her say that Israel is a right-wing project does not make Jews safe. Still thinks Israel should exist, which her mind will not change on, but is super upset about bad reactions to the atrocities that Israel's committing. That's actually, I think that's a pivotal change of attitude with your mom. That's wild. Especially because like the dam is breaking, you know? The dam must be breaking a little bit when you start recognizing that maybe it's not just like pure vitriolic hatred towards Jewish existence that causes people to automatically go, yeah, what Israel's doing is wrong. Because like, if you put up that defensive posture across the board, if you put up that defensive posture from the start, as many people did, liberal Zionists to ultra Zionists alike, you played a big role in justifying the atrocities that way. Okay? Once you start recognizing that maybe Israel's actions being tied to Judaism is not good for American Jews, you start, like, the dam starts breaking, you know? It becomes much easier to poke holes in this cognitive dissonance. Go sit. Go lay down. Oh, go lay down. Go lay down. Anyway, I'm from Jordan. How sure are we that Israel's coming to Jordan next? You'll be fine. They're busy with Lebanon right now. They're busy with taking over Lebanon. The moment that Israel set its sights on Lebanon, I had some friends with Lebanese parents who were very reactionary, you know, dare I say, phalangist adjacent. And they were like, immediately like, you don't understand. Israel's fighting Hezbollah. This is a good thing. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, nope. Give it time. This is the exact same line of reasoning that Israel used with Hamas. We are liberating the Palestinian population from the treacherous nature of Hamas, liberating them with bombs. Okay? I said, give it time. Just wait. Check in with your dad in a couple weeks. He did. He got back to me. His dad is now talking about rising up in arms against the state of Israel. That's it. That's it. It's just like, you can't. No, it's not Austin. No. Austin's grandfather was always pro-Palestine. You can't consistently kill people to quote unquote liberate them unless you're liberating them from the motherfucker, you know, unless you're liberating them from their bodies, I guess. Israel will always give enough reason for many people that are in the crosshairs of their family members to despise it. Okay? You don't have to like Hezbollah at all. Many people don't. But it doesn't matter. All of a sudden, they become the primary source of emancipation. They become the primary unit of emancipation. Enough accusations, percentage. The only accusation you should worry about is the top of the hour ad break, which is not an accusation, but it is the correct thing that is going to literally happen right now. Just like give Israel enough time and don't stop them from doing anything, doing whatever the they want to, and people will resent them. People will despise them. It is understandable. It is an understandable position. Nobody wants to have their family homes blown up. That's it. It's super simple, okay? You cannot maintain an allegiance to a violent country that is blowing you up. You can give me low ratings on that ad break. That won't change the reality that you will see a 3-minute ad at the top of the hour. And honestly, the only, what is this? Kamala's talking points are getting stale. The normies too. I think the switch flipped for my mom with Lebanon, actually, because she saw that Lebanon didn't deserve what was going on, and seeing the positive reaction to the pager attack from some of her Facebook friends made her question what was going on. That's crazy. You can't have entire generations be educated on the dangerous nature of fascism through Holocaust scholars and genocide historians, and then be educated on the bad nature, negative nature of chattel slavery and Nazi Germany, only to have people then literally do it in front of your fucking eyes. Not the chattel slavery part, but certainly the Nazi Germany part. You just can't. It doesn't make sense. People are going to be like, well, I've learned that this kind of stuff is bad, I think. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't look at the horrors of Jim Crow, recognize that that's wrong and bad, talk about how we actually overcame this as a country, you know, white people and black people alike. You know, there's a little bit of whitewashing there, but it doesn't matter. People still get the basics, right? Like, the basics are pretty simple. Jim Crow, bad, okay? Segregation, bad. Apartheid, bad. Genocide, bad. Nazism, bad. You fucking... When you learn that, even if you're a racist piece of shit, ultimately you still know, like, it's not great. Yeah, see, I literally learned about how great Mandela was and how bad apartheid was in 5th grade. You can't get that out of me. That's what I mean. So that's why these words mean something, you know? These words mean something. When you learn that in school and then someone's like, wait, I'm making a convincing case that Israel is doing exactly that, you're going to turn around and be like, God damn, that seems kind of fucked up. Feel me?